Hey, hey everyone. I hope your day and evening are blessed. I have a few Reddit stories that I love to share.
First story.
Overheard my 33me, wife 32F of 1 year say, she doesn't love me on the phone and now I'm re-evolting my marriage. My 30M, wife 32F, and I have been married for 1 year this Monday, but have been together for 3 years. My truck broke down when I was getting home from work, so I got a ride from a friend. His car is really quiet compared to my truck, so my wife didn't hear it pull into the driveway. I quietly unlocked the door because I wanted to surprise her, but she was on a video call with a friend in the kitchen, so I just listened. They were talking about marriages, when her friend asked her why she got married to me, when she doesn't even love me. She answered, "I love how much he loves me, he's nice." From the start of our relationship, I had a sense that I loved her more than she did me, as I was always clingy and affectionate all the time, but I just thought she wasn't affectionate in general. At the time, what she said hurt but also confused me, so I just stood there behind the wall for about 15 minutes, trying to make sense of what I heard. I eventually came out and acted normal, explaining about the truck and my day and whatnot. But later that evening, I confronted her by saying, I came home a bit earlier and ended up overhearing what she said on the video call. She barely reacted, then explained that it's true that she really does care about me in spite of not loving me romantically and wants to continue our marriage. At this point, things were emotional on both sides and it was getting late. She suggested we go to bed and continue this tomorrow after we both get off work, but I rejected this and to sleeping in the same bed, which made her upset. After some failed convincing attempts to get me to agree, she went to bed alone and I slept on the couch. I get up early to get to work, so this is where I'm at right now. So many thoughts are going through my head. I obviously can't continue to be with Samson, who doesn't love me romantically, but does that mean the past 3 years were not real? What if she's just confused and she does love me? Is she just with me for stability? How do I approach this situation? I still love her, but I can't continue knowing it isn't mutual. I've decided not to go to work today to sort this out, but it seems like she is planning to based on last night. TLDR, overheard my wife saying she doesn't love me on the phone. We talked about it, but it didn't end well. I'm re-evaluating out entire marriage.
Comment 1. Dude, I am sorry, but there is no coming back from that. At least you know before you had kids. You can move on and find someone who truly loves you. Other responses. Seriously, this is earth-shattering, but you have the potential to make this experience a hiccup in the quality of your long-term life. You deserve to be with someone that loves you, regardless of how decent of a person your wife is. The best course of action, and I don't say this lightly, because I'm one of the few Redditors who doesn't think every small thing in a relationship means you should break up, but you should divorce and move on. It's for the best, and it'll hurt a lot, but it'll be infinitely less painful than dragging this out. Comment 2. Exactly. OP, that relationship is over. Plain and simple. It's time to move on. Staying in something one-sided only drains you. You deserve real, mutual love, not to be someone's safe or convenient choice. Comment 3. Normally, I'm a guy that says stick it out, do the work, and come out the other side. In this case, OP and OP's wife are both stuck in something neither deserve. They really should split up. Op deserves a spouse who actually loves him, not the safety net they provide. And Op's wife deserves a partner she loves as well. This used to be a marriage. Now it's a sinking ship.
Second story, yo.
How do I, F26, talk to my boyfriend, M28, about paying for date nights without making it awkward? My boyfriend, M28, and I, F26, have been together for 2 years. He makes $46,000 more than I do, and is in the lower 6 figures. When we go out for dinners or date nights, we usually split everything, 50/50ths. If there's something we can't divide, we trade off. Sometimes, I offer to pay for the whole dinner. I keep thinking how he doesn't really ever offer to pay, and when he does pay, it doesn't really seem like he fully wants to. But BC, he feels obligated to, and it makes me feel so weird, ... Maybe BC, in my friendships, we play fight about who pays, but if I did that with him, he'd just be like, oh, okay, sure, thanks. When he does pick up the tab, I feel like I need to repay it in some way. Honestly, I feel like I end up paying more at the end. BC, I want to keep things even. And I don't want him to feel like I'm taking advantage of him, and I feel bad. But then I overdo it. BC, I'm trying to find a balance. There was one time we went out to a cocktail bar, his idea, and the bartender set the pay card thing in front of us. I pulled out my wallet expecting to go 50/50ths like usual, and he went, "Oh, you got this." And I was like, "Oh, okay, ... and ended up paying. It made me feel kind of sad. This was months ago, and it randomly pops into my head. I think I just wish he would offer to pay more, especially for date nights. I knew from the start that he's more frugal. He didn't even pay for our first date. It was 50/50, so maybe it's unfair of me to want this now. Still, I'd love it if he offered to pay sometimes, but maybe I'm just being entitled. But then, I also want him to offer, because he loves me, and wants to take me out. Not because I pressured him in some way. Is this something I should just let go of? How do I talk to him about this without making it awkward? You're a people pleaser, believing you need to repay if he treats you to anything, and aren't deserving of him treating you just because. This is working out well for him. Here's the response. I wouldn't ask that. Of course he does. I think the question should be something about how you've been together for a few years, and you've been thinking about what your life would look like if you stayed together long term. This is where you can say that you looked into it. And a lot of people suggest that you contribute an equal percentage toward bills. See what his thoughts are, and maybe even sit and do some research together. The goal should be long-term financial planning that works for both parties. Next response. Years. He's so used to it now. I doubt he'll change his ways. I dated men like your BF in the past, and I was never happy because they seemed to keep score of each small thing. I'm so grateful because my BF treats me like a princess, which you deserve to. He paid for the first date, and most of our dates. He offers to buy me food when we aren't even together, like he sent me money for dinner last week on a random Tuesday lol. He orders my groceries for me like once a month, which was like 200 last time. He sends me money to get my nails and hair done when I say I want to get them done, without me even asking. I'm a student, and I literally can't afford to pay for dates making $0. Well, he works full-time, but I do cook for him multiple times a week, give him massages, take the bus an hour to his house every week, and save up money for his gifts. I got him a fancy watch for his BD, and a new gaming chair for Christmas. Relationships aren't about keeping tabs. It's about making your partner feel special however you can. Doesn't even have to be about spending money. It's really unfortunate because he should want to take care of you, especially if he makes double what you make. There's men out there who would take amazing care of you, and who would truly appreciate you paying. You need to be upfront with him. Tell him that you have a new budgeting plan because you're financially struggling, and you can only spend X amount of money every month. You should only be spending 50% of your income on your needs like rent, food, transport, etc. If you can't afford to go on dates or eat out, either you don't go, or he pays for you. Simple.
Third story.
I saw something that I shouldn't have had. So I, M25, saw my father with some other woman, which I'm suspecting is in same profession with him. I was out on a restaurant with a girl. We were done eating and just about to get up. Suddenly my father comes in. I was in the corner seat, so only I could see him, not him. As soon as I saw, I told the girl shit to Papa Hain, and I got up and exited lightning fast. She came after me. Now my heart was running hell fast. Got the bike, went off of the vicinity, stopped the bike to get a breather. Then the question struck me, that what is he doing here? With a female when he told me at home, that he'll be with some other friends. I went away, sent the girl back into the restaurant, just to get reassured that my mind is working in correct direction. She got a few video, which were not very obvious, but quite obvious. IDKWTF should I do in this scenario? I understand that there should be a gap between a father and son, and I'm ready to keep it maintained. I can live my whole life with this secret, Pell's help.
Comment 1. Tell your mom what you saw, or tell your dad what you saw and give him 24 hours to tell your mother. Either way, make sure your mom knows. Honestly, I think you should tell your mother first, and let her quietly investigate if she wants to. Comment 2. You're 25, not 15. Why didn't you approach him then and there? If it was a business meeting, you would have picked up on it. If he is cheating, that would have been obvious too. But you ran away, lol. Comment 3. There's a time when one's morals will sit heavy on them. It's hard to make the right decision when it's family, but ask yourself this. If it were you and someone saw your significant other out and saw what you seen in the video, would you want them to tell you or keep it to themselves? I know I would want to know. Save the video, ask him out to the same place you saw him. Then send the video to him as you both sit at the table, then ask him about it. Tell him to come clean or you'll do it for him. It won't be easy, but if you choose to stay quiet, does it make you any better than he is? Moral are fragile, but they make us who we are. Believe that. Good luck, my friend.
Hey, I really hope you enjoyed these stories. Please leave a comment and let me know if you want to hear more. Enjoy the rest of the day and evening.
If you like the stories, feel free to hit the like button, share, and subscribe.